Hi everyone. Why don't you take a minute and just look at this picture? Can you tell how many animals there are? What types of animals there are? What do you think? Need your help. It's kind of hard, isn't it? It's not a very easy thing to look at and know even what kinds of animals, let alone how many of each one. So that's kind of something I was thinking about. What if I did a little bit of this? Ooh, does that help you? Yeah, it does, right? Now all of the animals are set nice and neat, going one direction in a row. That's helpful so I can see how many of each animal that there is. What if I add this? Is that even more helpful? Definitely. You can see that I added labels like dogs, cows, horses, birds, sheep, and pigs. Now I can easily tell that the birds have 1, 2, 3, 4 in there, and that the dogs have 2, the horses have 2, and the pigs have 2, which are all the least, and the birds have the most. Could I have done that very easily by looking at this picture? No, I don't even know for sure I could tell you that there were dogs in this picture. So it's really important. What did I do? What is it called when I make something look like this? I organized it, right? Yeah. I organized the information or data that I had in front of me, and that is those little animals. What if I added this? Ooh, do you see what I added this time? Yeah, I put this up here, farm animals, the title. So now I know specifically what types of animals these labels are and how many of each one there is very quickly. I can see how little there are, how many more each one has. It helps me really be able to understand the information or data, and that's important. Way better than if I were to just look at all of these animals in this big cluster. So I'm going to think about that. And I made something called an object graph because I used objects, right, to make my graph and organize the data. So graphs help us organize information or data. Here's another example of a graph. This is another object graph. Do you see how it's a little bit different than the one that we looked at before? This one has the animals going horizontal in rows. But this one shows it vertical in columns. And I know this object graph is dinosaurs, and my labels tell me that they're red, green, blue, purple, orange, and yellow. And how many? So I can easily see there's a lot more red dinosaurs than there is yellow, which is the least, right? So it doesn't matter whether they're horizontal or vertical, it's still organized very neatly to help me understand it. So this is an object graph. I can take this same data and make it into a different type of graph called a picture graph. So do you see how these are still connected? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 red objects for dinosaurs, right? And look, if I look at the pictures representing the objects, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 red dinosaurs. Red, green, blue, purple, orange, yellow are still my labels. And you can see the title is dinosaurs, and all of that information and data is still there on this is called a picture graph, right? Because these have pictures in them instead of objects. So organizing your information into graphs, object graphs, picture graphs, it could be horizontal or vertical, helps you better understand and explain what you know about that information or data. So organizing data, why is it so important? Because it helps you understand and explain what you're doing and understand why, how many of something is, and then you can make better choices and answers of what you're talking about in your information. And I could take this same information and make a tally chart. This is the label of dinosaurs, and you can see I have 6 tallies for red, 3 for green, 4 for blue, 4 for purple, 2 for orange, and 1 for yellow. I might have used this tally chart to collect the data or information, right? And then created my picture graph from that information. So I could have taken the objects and done that. So graphs and tally charts, picture graphs, bar graphs, all are very important because they help organize your information. so that you can go from looking at it like this, which is super organized, instead of like that, where I really don't know what I have or how many of something. I hope this helps you better understand the importance of organizing data.